Welcome back to episode number 9, I believe it is, of the Meat and Potatoes podcast. Finally, the trio has been reunited here. So, yeah, how are we?
I'm good. I'm actually doing well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad either. Heck's coming along rightly, so can't complain. Training's going well. Yeah.
Happy days. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, may as well address the fucking. Obviously, we're getting Lily Relly on next week on the podcast as our next guest, but may as well talk about that event yesterday because it was really good, to be fair.
Yeah. Basically, just anyone who doesn't know, there was basically a kind of a big Irish bodybuilding event held at Infinity Gym, and Neil Rennie, who our guest next week will be, he hosted it and had everyone down, and it was unreal. I actually really enjoyed it. I was speaking to Jordan about it, my coach, and he was like, he said, I was dreading it a wee bit, but he was like, I was dreading it a wee bit, to be honest, but I actually really, really liked it. And I was like, yeah, good. I was pretty glad. I was very surprised at how quickly I was able to get onto pieces of kit, to be honest.
Not even like how quickly you get a piece of kit, but it was just the fact that like everyone was sound.
Yeah.
It was
No, but
like,
like, I think that was kind of the thing. It was almost
yeah,
like, if you're training in the gym with like a bunch of normies, they're the ones who are holding you back.
yeah,
Because if you go to a gym that's just packed out with people who love bodybuilding, they just let you work in and they understand how it works
yeah.
like so well to the point where it's like it actually like was a wee bit smooth.
Or efficient.
Yeah.
One of the first
No,
things I
I
noticed
agree.
about the whole meetup was I knew everyone's face, but I had no clue who they were. Just because I've seen them online and in the community, I was
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I know you, but I don't." And then it was like you kind of were just sort of building those relationships and then getting a few follows and then having a chat with lads
Yeah.
that that you know of, but you know nothing about. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of new people
I was having
yesterday
like
I already knew of.
I was having like low key I was having low key famous moments. People are coming up to me and being like, no, knew who I was, and I was like, I don't have a clue. It's like who you are. But I was like, it's kind of epic.
it's
I was
not
like, it's kind of nice.
for you.
I've been recognized by the gram. I was like, nice. That's kind of
But
cool.
I don't recognize you with your clothes on.
Who's that? Takes clothes off. Oh, that guy. I recognize his nipples. I recognize those pec separations.
I
Look at
thought
this.
like obviously there was a bit of a I could do a better mic for the Q&A thing, but I thought it went like really well.
That would honestly be the only thing I would like note
Yeah.
was, and it wasn't even their fault. Like, see if the people who were talking actually shut the fuck up, you would have been able to hear them, no problem.
Yeah,
Obviously, if the mic was working, that would have been obviously better.
yeah,
But other than that,
Yeah.
it was pretty well done. It was flawless, to be honest. The like most notably for me, the posing at the end.
yeah.
That was worth the 20 quid entry fee for me.
I
That
thought
was
like
so
that.
helpful.
One thing I thought is like a it's like a fucking neutral because I wasn't posing, if you know what I mean. But
Mm.
like I was just like up and I could see like obviously there's all the kind of more first timery guys.
Yeah,
I was like, this is fucking classic. I was just thinking like imagine because a lot of them guys are like 18, 19, 20.
yeah,
And it's like fuck, imagine you had something like this like back when we were like that age. Not that we're proper
yeah.
punk status yet, but like I was thinking
Not me.
like
Not me.
As someone who is a first timer and doing a first timer show in 5 weeks, it was incredibly insightful
yeah,
and
because obviously
helpful.
you
Yeah,
had Nikki who's like a fucking IBU pro. You had
yeah,
Graham who's a PCA pro with helping
yeah,
all the classic stuff.
yeah. Graham and Nikki were doing me some favors. I really appreciated. Like Nikki was kind of going over it with everyone, but like I was pretty lucky to the point where like Graham was almost just doing like a one on one with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, that's actually that's actually it was really helpful. Like I didn't realize how bad I was at posing my back until they like went over it with me, and then even today I was doing like after my training I did some posing and like comparing it to like last week to this week I was like, oh, like that actually makes my back look way better like
Yeah.
with the cues that Graham gave me. But
It does make it such like small things make such a
yeah,
difference in posing. Because
Yeah.
it was things that
Like,
you never thought of, if you know what I mean. Because like
yeah,
you're kind of unaware of your body in space, if that makes sense.
yeah, especially the back because
Just
you
can't
can't
see it.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the hardest one for me. But they definitely helped, and then also like my side chest helped my side chest, and then like teaching you how to teaching us how to like transition into quarter turns and stuff. That was really helpful. Um, yeah, I think I learned a lot.
I thought it was just well received as well because like everyone kind of got involved and stuff.
Yeah, it
Really
was
good. And
so many people went into that room. It was so warm.
yeah, even like we said before, nearly with the training side of things, like everyone was sound. There wasn't anyone like
Yeah,
trying to fucking outpose somebody else or anything. Like
no,
everyone was just like learning, and it was good. Like it was
it
obviously had
was.
the men and like there's a girl doing the women as well.
Yeah, Charlie did a wee bit of posing with her and stuff.
Yeah, I seen a
She really enjoyed that. They thought it was really good.
yeah, I seen like a I was seeing someone's Instagram post earlier, and you
Yeah,
can see Charlie
yeah,
like getting posed in it.
yeah.
Yeah,
She really enjoyed that. She liked that a lot.
so yeah, overall like it was a really good day.
Neil even said himself. He said probably the only negative about the whole event was the mic, like you guys said.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only
Yeah,
I
thing
would
you
agree.
could take
Yeah,
away from that and say was shit. You could dare
yeah.
say people would be like, "Oh, the gym was too busy," but Callum, we were talking in the gym as the event was running, saying, "You're not coming here to have a proper serious session. You knew you were coming to an event and it would be busy."
I had yes, like I prior to going, I was like, right, I'm going to this. I can understand it's going to be busy, and I'm not going to have a great session. I had a great session. I think I got through that session almost like as quick, if not slightly quicker than I usually would. Um, just because it was busy, I didn't want to like take too long on a machine or something. So I was actually rushing my workout a little bit. I was just training pool, which was a lot easier, and I don't think a lot of people were just hitting pool. So I think I got lucky that way.
yeah,
Obviously, if you were training,
upper.
yeah, if you were training legs, like because you're taking longer rest times in between sets on legs, like if you're on a leg press and you're taking longer to like even just to warm up because you're like loading more plates on the machine and stuff, like I could understand not wanting to hit a leg day yesterday, but hitting a wee pull day, I got on everything really quick, and I had a really good session. Like Infinity for upper is always 10 out of 10. Like it's the equipment's just so nice.
One of the like the obviously it's just not a scheduled part of the event, but one of the things I liked was genuinely just chatting to a load of different people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it was like,
probably the
oh,
best part
I've
for
seen
me.
you on Instagram, you see me on Instagram. How's your prep going? Blah blah blah. Just talking to different people. Like
Yeah.
it was sick.
Yeah, getting to speak to like other people who are like also coached by like my coach,
Mhm.
just getting like chat to them and stuff, and like I've seen other people who are, you know, in the same kind of position I am, where they're like 5 to 8 weeks out, kind of, and it's yeah, it's very interesting to see, and
This even like I know people are saying, oh, it was busy, but like I thought that made it good. If that makes
yeah,
sense.
I thought it was busy, but I didn't think it was like too busy. It wasn't like you couldn't move.
Because like even when you see the gas posting, like see that photo I put of the gas posting, you can just see how many people
Yeah,
were there
actually
watching.
went to.
Like, I thought that was fucking sick. Whereas
Yeah,
like,
it was.
like not that many people had shown up, it would have been a bit like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
one of the things I was actually quite surprised about was it wasn't an absolute cockfest. Like there was actually there were women on it, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's actually like nice that there's like a good bit of diversity here. Like it's not just I was really expecting to go and it be just 99% men, but it really wasn't. There was a lot of women
Oh,
as well going who were like competing stuff, which like I was
those
really glad because
physiques.
uh,
Those two actually had really good physiques.
yeah, no, literally, and I was so glad because like obviously Charlie was coming with me, and I was a wee bit worried that like and she was a rest day as well, so she was like just going for the event, and I was a little worried she maybe wouldn't, you know, get as much out of it as like I would, but then no, she definitely did. So I was pretty happy with the way it turned out.
So, yeah. Big shout out to Neil for hosting it.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Like you're saying, the mic was the worst part, but like, see if the mic, see if the people who were talking just weren't talking when they were meant to be.
Yeah, down the
Like
back.
you would have been able to hear them fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I could actually hear them speak because I was like right at the front.
Yeah. So was I was quite close to the front, but I was still
Yeah,
struggling.
yeah, they were yapping at the back. I didn't even know who that was.
I was standing there and Dylan tried to come up to talk to me like during it, and I was like, "Yep, yep." I just like I was like, I don't want to talk during this. I don't want to be one of those
Yeah,
people.
the girl beside me was getting so pissed off. She's like, "Would
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was getting annoyed. I really felt like just be like, "Yo, lads, like actually like fuck up or like
you?"
step outside if you're in a yap."
Yeah, it is like
Like
they've got like three of the top coaches from the country there. They
yeah,
want,
like I wanted to hear what their feedback actually was from the
yeah.
questions, and
It was nice because they all had slightly different opinions, and they weren't just like yes men each other. If you know what I mean?
I'm gonna do a meme right now, Phoenix. You'll know what it is. But the 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 old he's kicking. You know what it means?
Oh,
EJJ reference. Um, the old Scottish bloke.
yeah,
And he was like, he just
Oh,
started slagging everyone. Like he was just the classic. See, as soon as he said back in my day, I was like, oh please just shut up. I know exactly. Like you're whatever you say next is just gonna be
yeah,
just F tier. It's not gonna be worth anything. He didn't even like ask a question really. He just literally complained.
yeah. He's like,
Um,
yeah, everyone
I'm gonna
getting in
blow
the
your
gym.
mind
All
right
right.
now. That is Keefe West's father-in-law.
no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah. That's Keefe's fiance's dad.
Mate, he was just like, oh,
Oh,
the
I thought
what
you.
was he said? He said like, oh, people who have phones now, like we used to use notebooks back then. And then he also said like, and you see them all wearing their gasp clothing. And then I just saw everyone like look at each other who's wearing gasp. It's just like I was wearing gasp. And then
But one day I wasn't. I was chilling.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah,
like, "Oh, back in my day, we just wore like our old t-shirts and we just trained hard." And I'm just like, "Mate, like, do you not think we train hard now? Like, what do you mean? Like, just because I'm logging and I use a logbook, I don't even use my phone. I actually write it down in a
Yeah,
book.
yeah, me too.
But like, even if I was to do it on my phone, like, what's the difference? What's the
I
like?
think
What
because
is your point?
his main
if
point
you're
behind
wearing
it
your
all,
gas,
what he was trying to get to was he was trying to say that you see people who don't train for all that long, that haven't been in the gym for all that long, but want to compete. But back in the day, people trained because they enjoyed training, not because they wanted to be a bodybuilder,
Like,
which I understand to a
but
degree.
but that's
But
not
then everyone
but
had the
that's not
same
true.
opinion that it's just more popular. People see it
yeah,
online and want to do
Yeah,
that now. It's like taking up
yeah,
a hobby. It's like imagine wanting to learn how to box, but I can't fight yet. I just started. You have to start somewhere. Do you know?
I
like
think
you have to remember like yes it's more popular now like as well but then also like he was mentioning how like there wasn't all the bodybuilder gyms that you had back then. You had the training the leisure center. I'm like, yeah, but like if you're training the leisure center even back then, if you're going hard as fuck or like whatever you're saying you're doing, like you're gonna have people who are like lounging about a bit more. And like I imagine his rest times were probably like 30 seconds, and that's why he thinks everyone's like so hard. Whereas like now people actually take, three to 5 minute rest times in between
I know like
sets
for the
because
active people,
that is what is optimal. And like, what are you gonna do for 3 to 5 minutes? You either like talk, sit on your phone, or stare at a wall. Like those are the three things I do. It just depends what mood you're in that day. But
they kind of answered them well. They were like, "Oh, well, there's a lot more new kind of, you know, training theory and everything about now, and obviously
yeah,
more people are getting into it. Like, sure, Brian Ward even said he's like, mate, the fucking protocols we used to run back then, like,
yeah,
if
didn't have a clue
we
what you were
did
doing.
that now, like, they'd actually be outed in the community.
Yeah, but then it's like those guys who are saying like, oh, back in my day, and I'm just saying like, right, like you're saying back in my day, but have you even looked into like what the new research is or like what the
He's
new
just
meta
annoyed
kind
he's
of is
old.
for training? Huh?
He's just annoyed he's old, definitely. He just wants to be back
I
in.
know, yeah, but it's just like, why not? Like, it's just like train whatever way you want to train. Like, if you want to take 30-second rest times and stuff, like go ahead. But like, you're not training harder than me just because you know you're training different. Like, I'm still pushing myself to failure in every set.
Back to the point, he was the overarching point that I got was similar to kind of Phoenix was he's saying that like way more people are getting in to bodybuilding now because they see like how popular it is in social media. So
That's
he was
good.
saying like, oh, more people are just getting into bodybuilding because they want to just fucking go on stage for social media and they've got the cameras out. Whereas like back when he was training, it was more so like everyone was just there because like that's what they did and they loved training. Like the videos weren't involved. It's kind of like that saying of like
I
if you couldn't record it, would people still bodybuild?
Yeah. Well, I do. Well, like obviously I
But he,
would because I trained for years before I started recording all my stuff.
but he's it's not really like yes, he called you out in the gasp, but like it wasn't
But
really.
that doesn't even mean anything. That's just fashion. Like, what does that actually have to do with training or gym? It's a gym brand. It's also like, it's also like, it's just like that's just the yes, like gym culture is like a bit different now.
But one
But
question,
then, what's the difference? What's the difference between me wearing a gas top now or Dorian Yates wearing a Powerhouse gym T-shirt? Like there isn't any. Like that was just the gym attire of the time.
but one thing I actually wanted to ask is like fuck, it was just me asking all the questions at the Q&A.
Hey,
Um,
I asked one and I got shot off from the next one. So that's
I
that's
was like,
but
I had one locked and loaded, and then they stopped the questions, and I was like,
yeah, yeah,
damn, I wanted to get all the meat and potatoes.
we were
that's what
asking
I
the
thought too.
podcast questions.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, is there any protocol that you run kind of with everyone, and you see that protocol specifically when you're like, going into like the final phase of your prep, like before like the show, like is there anything that you do that's kind of a bit more universal? Like it's like okay, like this actually does kind of work for everybody, or is it always you know person dependent?
Yeah,
Because I know you two. I was speaking to Dylan about that. I said that to Dylan afterwards, and then I remember um you were saying how you double your caffeine intake and stuff, and you have like 12 liters of water before 12 o'clock. Like, and I've heard both of you say you did that, and then Dylan said he'd done that. So I was just like, right, okay, does is this kind of a universal thing that
it's just
everyone
like the
does?
thing people do to like dry out. It's not like a crazy thing, but it's
No, I
just
know, but I'm just
It's more of it's a peaking protocol, but it's not
yeah.
necessarily
yeah.
what you
But
have
it's
to
not
do. It's a way to do it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
but I'm
not
just I'm
like
just giving those as examples. I was just curious to maybe what they're for. Like if they maybe have a different answer for each of like what they prefer to do for
yeah.
people. Like maybe
Some
I know people have like a glass of wine or some shit like the night before and stuff like that. Like what is the thing that you kind
people
of
don't
do
like
for all your
doing double
clients that
caffeine.
works for all of them? What is it?
Some people coaches now don't like doing the like increase your caffeine intake.
Yeah,
'Cause but here's the thing I always think though, right? It's like the catch 22 of like bodybuilding get so like this whole event was meant to be to grow Irish bodybuilding, right? But to nearly go on your point, Phoenix, of like, oh, people like say starting boxing or something, right? Or starting football. You could just join a football team, and within I'd say a couple of weeks of training, you can play a football match. You can just start boxing, and then probably like 6 months, you could probably do your first fight. Like you're not gonna be great, but you could participate in the competition.
yeah,
Whereas obviously bodybuilding is more popular now, more people are getting into bodybuilding, but you have to train for like at least
yeah,
like 4 years before you're, in my opinion, good enough to compete. That's what I kind of wanted to ask them was like, do you think there should be like a minimum requirement of like time spent training or like amount of muscle built before you should actually even consider being a first timer?
Do you think there should be like a like they kind of have someone who just kind of looks at everyone who applies and they just look at you and they just go, "Yeah, nah, buddy, you're not ready yet," and they just like shoo you away.
To
That
be
would
fair, I
increase
suppose
but they
with
obviously
different
wouldn't do
sport.
that because sorry,
No, you go first, Cal.
they obviously wouldn't do that because it's profitable to have
Yeah, it's
people
funny.
sign up. Do you know what I mean? And like, and in retrospect, you do want people doing that because the more money that the events make, then like the bigger it becomes, and hopefully, like the bigger the prizes can become for like people at like pro levels. Ideally, that's what you'd want. Hopefully, they don't like just money hog it all, but um, the yeah, at least it funds it. But then
It's just like
it
anyway. Here's the another thing I've been thinking about like fucking all day. Because see, right, so more people are getting into bodybuilding, right? Which means more people are competing kind of earlier than they should be, yeah.
yeah,
And then obviously James Melville was talking about how like the average amount of preps people do is one, And it's like, is bodybuilding becoming more popular on social media and just in general? More people then try and bodybuild earlier and they end up hating bodybuilding because if you haven't built a good physique and then you prep,
Yeah.
it's going to be
You,
real fucking hard and then you're
yeah,
still going to look shit at the end. So you don't even get the like benefit of it. And then people go like, fuck, I hate bodybuilding. I hate
yeah.
the,
You think like, oh, I'm gonna cut and then I'm gonna look like my favorite
yeah,
bodybuilder, and then they cut and it's like, oh, I just look like a marathon runner.
yeah. Or even
Because
like
like they,
recently, like refreshing them saying they're like, mate, like, you know, most of these people here had to compete for like 10 years before they turned pro.
yeah,
And
like
it's like,
I have a client and he wants to compete and he's still a teenager and like you know, like I'm on two sides of the coin where it's like if he wants to really do it, like then yes, we'll like push him forward to do it. But at the same time, like like you need to alliterate to him at the same time. It's like you're not gonna look great on stage.
yeah,
Like it's not gonna be like the gym photos you take
yeah,
where you look good at like the best lighting and you pick out the best photo you took that day. Like it's not gonna be like that.
you're going to look small.
Yeah.
But if you really want to do it, you'll be, if it's in teens, you're going to be against other people who are pretty small, most likely.
Well, yes, this is the other thing. Everyone's in the same boat then.
But it's just kind of, so teens is almost like a weird one as well, because it's actually speaking to Jordan in the gym about that. And like someone who goes to the gym and it was like they want to compete in teens. And it's this weird thing of like, if they don't compete, if they really want to compete, right, and they don't compete in teens,
Mhm.
if they say wait another year and then they have to go in juniors, there's a good chance they get shit on by someone who's like 4 years older than them.
Yeah, because they have to. Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, no, you might as well wait until you're 23 and then be the
Yeah.
best.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
in juniors.
maybe you're better competing as a teen and then taking like two
Yeah, and
years
take 4 years
off,
off.
two
Yeah,
or three
Yeah,
years
getting
off,
that
and then
stage experience and then having
yeah,
the off season to then know what it feels like to know what it is like
yeah.
on stage, and then
yeah,
like,
See if they even want to do it again.
yeah,
yeah. But that's the problem. It's like maybe they, if they just waited until they
Yeah,
were,
they would enjoy it more.
yeah, they'd enjoy it more because they'd be just bigger.
I didn't want to compete until this year because I've never thought I was big enough to compete.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole reason I've kind of waited this long. I didn't think I was good enough to compete, and
Feels like
then now I've kind of got to the point where I'm like, right, I'm actually quite happy with the physique that I've developed, and like I feel like it's worthy enough to step on the stage.
yeah, I didn't think I was big enough to compete. It was literally just re-said like, no, like you are big
Yeah,
enough now.
but that's like sometimes you need that person to like because you won your show, like you did well. Like sometimes like it's it's funny that you have like the two sides where it's like you have these people who are really not developed enough to be competing but they think they are,
Yeah,
and then you have these people who are like are developed enough to do well on a show and they just do not think they can do it. Like Johnny, who gets coached by Jordan, he was in the gym and he came to the event and I seen him and he was like, oh yeah, like, and he said like he was like, oh, you're bigger than me, and I just looked at him and I was like, mate, you're like 5'8", 5'7", and 220 pounds lean. Like he's a monster. Like he's a big guy, and I'm just like what are you talking about? um, but I'm just like he has brutal body dysmorphia. Like it's like he's on that other side of the spectrum. He doesn't think he's big enough to compete, and I'm like, mate, you would demolish. Like he would do super well like a novice bodybuilding show. He would
yeah,
like skip first timers. But it's funny how you just have like the two sides where like
yeah,
some people's ego is just like insane. Instagram's always a good one for it. They're the best. I can never tell if it's satire or not. It's actually like so difficult sometimes.
yeah.
I seen a
I'm
post that was
natural, I'm way
like,
bigger than you.
What did you say there?
I'm natural, I'm way bigger than you. You go in there.
Oh, and you click on the profile and then it's like nah. Or
Oh,
like there'll be a guy and he'll be like post his physique and it's like oh like 15% body fat or like 12% body fat and then it's like him flexing and he's like 20 something percent body fat and you're just like and all the comments are like yeah buddy no you're not and then he's just replying being like oh but I'm bigger and stronger than you. It's like buddy
yeah,
no.
no, there was a post that I seen and it was something along the lines of like, you can be the best bodybuilder on Instagram, but the stage doesn't lie. You can edit
Yeah,
photos, you can
yeah,
stand up for the best lighting, you can pick the best photo of the day, but you're up there for up to a minute or
yeah,
for a minute at least with
mhm,
nothing hidden. You know,
the thing
like
is,
yeah,
there's no hiding up there.
the thing is as well, right? Like I think sometimes people forget Instagram and bodybuilding are two separate things.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a motherfucker shows up who doesn't post on Instagram, he doesn't like posting, doesn't like social media, works like fucking as like an engineer or some shit, electrician,
this
and
is
he'll
his
just
clients.
show up.
This is like Sam and James. Like they're competing and they don't post anything on there.
Yeah, but there's
You
like
know what I mean?
even like at like pro qualifier level and stuff, like
Yeah.
we're always like, yeah, oh, it's just in case some freak shows up, and mate, freaks fucking show up out of nowhere.
The Dorian Yates had to come out of somewhere.
Yeah, like literally.
It's the shadows.
Yeah. Did anyone get any questions? I got 2.
I got 3.
I got so many that my Instagram crashed.
Oh, fuck.
I stuck it up like 3 hours ago, I'm pretty sure.
I got one from Neil.
3 hours ago.
What was it?
In 3 years' time, if all of us stepped on stage, who would win?
In what category? If we all won our own division, say we're in the overall, who would take the sword?
It's true.
In 3 years.
In 3 years, yeah. But like, I mean, I think you're better just asking like now, because like you don't who the fuck knows
Nah,
who
you're
goes back in 3 years.
Here's
What'd you just say?
everyone has recency bias. Everyone's just gonna be thinking, "Oh, he's fat as fuck right now," and then looking at you.
No, but like you on stage, like when you competed, like to me
Yeah,
now,
I
I'd
built like
say
fucking 50 kg of muscle since then.
50 kg. Bro's gonna have a harsh realization when the cut starts.
I think
3 years,
3 years.
that's tough. I'll be 25.
It's so hard to know how big you're gonna be in 3 years' time. Though.
Yeah, we could all be dead.
Yeah, if I have a heart attack. No, like I think, but like, who knows? Who knows what you're gonna be? Like,
We should make this a reel and then put up a poll.
yeah, true actually. And then also, in 3 years' time, we should just try and get on a stage together. That'd be pretty fun.
You're not going to look Mr. Classic in 3 years' time.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be. Fuck, I was being told. Like, well, I was speaking to Neil on yesterday, and he was saying how like, yeah, like you could do classic like maybe this year, but like next year you'll definitely be open. And I was like, okay.
If you give it a go, then at least you
I,
can see.
I I'm just gonna do open. There's no point doing classic. I think my shape is a wee bit more open. I don't want to get beat by someone who's like 30 kilo lighter than me just because they have a small waist. I can't be asked for that.
Yeah, we can't piss you out of this question. I think you just have to back yourself and say,
It's me. I'm just saying myself, man.
"Yeah, I'm
Back
sure
yourself. Yeah.
see you in 3 years, buddy."
See you in 3 years.
I'll be on, it's me though, right?
What?
Who are you again?
You can't even train your chest.
I've done. Hey, I've got 3 years. I've got 3 years. I've got those placings, guys. Come on.
If we were gonna, I've never competed before. Like that's
Just remember, I'm the youngest, so I'm more susceptible to grow.
You also have one.
You also have one kid. Yeah. Like what are you talking about?
It's 3 years. If I die in 4, I'll still be in 3.
Yeah, but like me and AJ can push things harder than you can.
For now.
For now, bro, you're gonna end up in a grave if you push things harder than me and AJ push things. Thank goodness. It's not gonna. It's like on his headstone. It's just like died trying to get big, and respect. To be honest,
You gotta respect that too, sure.
yeah, I would. That'd be epic. I put that on the ground.
It's like that, in Valhalla, where the guy's like death things on the wall.
Yeah, true, Graham McConkey, bro. That's actually like that. Actually, is anabolic. Like, that low key motivates me when I go in. I'm like, oh, this dude actually like died bodybuilding because he loved it so much. Like, it's pretty epic. Not epic he died. Like, it would be cooler if he was still around. But like, dying for the sport that you love is like,
see a gravestone or not
Yeah.
a gravestone, but like a grave plaque in the gym.
yeah.
Why you're on that Mega Mass T-bar and you're like, fuck it, I'm getting another T-reps.
No, it actually is. Like, there's something about it that does motivate you. Like, everyone should know this guy's name. Dave McConkey. He was literally like
Graham
just this
McConkey.
jacked. Oh, Graham McConkey. Sorry, he was like
Yeah.
this jacked bodybuilder, and I think the story was. I've heard multiple different
Yeah.
stories. The one I've heard most times is he was like literally in the gym, like hitting legs hard as fuck, and he like stepped outside the gym and was just like sitting at the like front door of the gym and like had a heart attack and died. And it's like crazy.
Epic.
That's how I want to go. Top 10 bleed out spots in the squat rack. Nah. Yeah. The other question I got is bodybuilding becoming too mainstream, which we were kind of talking about there.
Nah.
Yes,
not
but
yet.
there's pros and cons. Do you know what I mean? It's
Like-
good for the sport and developing it as a sport.
Yes.
There's going to be more opportunities to
Yep.
compete, better venues. There'll be more rewards. You know, like you used to see amateur shows handing out cash rewards, sponsorship rewards, and now you just get
Yeah.
handed this shitty plastic trophy. But now, like you
Yeah.
see them updating their trophies, new glass ones for the pros. There's a new overall shield, and that wouldn't have happened if there wasn't so many competitors.
I still
Yeah.
think, right, it's not even, like, it's still niche as fuck. The thing is,
Yeah, it's still is.
if I go on my Instagram, everyone I follow is into bodybuilding, so obviously I'm
Yeah.
going to think bodybuilding mainstream. If you
Yeah.
go, like, if I go into work,
Yeah.
there's
That's the
no
big one.
one else that works in that whole place that bodybuilds.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally
no
everyone. I like.
customers, no anything. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
that everything that you are, like, engulfed in consuming is
Everyone who was at that
bodybuilding.
event yesterday, there wasn't that many people at that event yesterday, and that was like almost everyone in the country who's into bodybuilding.
Yeah, literally. And
Yeah,
think
there's
about, like,
2.2 million people in Northern Ireland, and there's like less than 200 people there.
yeah.
Like, it
Yeah,
just goes
there's
to
probably
show.
like in total, like how many people like who are like I mean like really into bodybuilding, like to compete or plan to compete in the near future and stuff. Like there's probably like a couple thousand max.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not a lot of people. But
Yeah. I don't think it's mainstream enough yet.
yeah, no, like you get the side of it where it's like you're saying, like you get a lot of the bad side about it is like people who are like bodybuilding who like aren't actually bodybuilding. They're just like kind of the the kids who wear gasp and they've been in the gym 3 months and it's just kind of like, what are you doing? Or
You pointed at Callum on my screen.
or
Oh, I put it you Phoenix on my screen.
it's Phoenix on mine as well. Or like, and you see them, and you see them like, and you see the way they train, and they train with that like specific, they're doing like a 6 repper on like a single arm tricep push down, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? And it's like the
Science
TikTok
based.
the TikTok bodybuilders,
Yeah.
like the science based TikTok bodybuilders, like they're the worst.
Seen them earlier, RIP the leg extension.
Yeah,
It's
literally,
like
it's
lying backwards on like a hamstring curl.
yeah, it's painful to watch that type of stuff, and then it's even more painful to watch like other people believe it and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I want to get really big and swole, and anyone who's making those videos isn't big or swole, and I'm just like, why would you listen to the person who doesn't have like the thing that you want? I don't get it. It's taking I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just it makes no sense to me how like
You don't realize
it's so many people as well. Like it's such a large number of like these kids doing like these max reppers on everything. I didn't mean to call you out there, AJ. I know you love a 4 repper, 2 repper on like Smith press.
I'll stop. Guilty as
Just say
charged.
it. Just say it. Just say it.
Guilty as charged. I'm still gonna keep doing that.
4 plates on the Smith.
You call that benching? For my biggest hater.
I'm everyone's biggest hater.
No, not you.
Huh?
Not you.
Oh. That made me laugh so much. Phoenix, I don't know if you know this.
Not say who it is. Don't name drop them, but
it's so funny.
Nah, because I think we're mates, but we're also
Yeah, no, we are mates. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's actually hilarious. I was laughing at what he said.
fair, but
I agreed with it. I posted I reposted. You know, we spotted him on the 4-plate bench,
Mhm.
and then I reposted it to my story because like I was looking kind of jacked in it, and I was like, ignore AJ's 4-plate bench. I just thought I looked big in this, and then Matt McCulloch replied to my story, and he goes, "Bench," in quotation marks. I started wetting myself.
I fell off a T-bar row one time, like finally 7 plates on the T-bar row, and he said 0 reps done.
I love that he just hates on you. It's so funny.
Oh,
After he said that to me, he was like, AJ was like, I thought you were supposed to hit on people who are doing worse, are doing better than you know.
no.
Oh, I just wow myself so much. It was so
What the
funny.
timing of it was so funny though.
It was, yeah, it was. I don't know, I can't remember the exact details, but like whatever way it
I'm pretty
fell.
sure I'd said something. I was like, oh, like he always messaged me about like my reps being shit or something, or he commented on my post like no difference in the form or something. And then like
Looks
he
the
posted that
same.
like
Full stop.
yeah, he posted that story like 10 seconds later, and he just like insta popped
So
up.
funny.
The timing of it was fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. You do love doing a sloppy 2 forever on things every now and then, though.
Yeah, I'll put my hand up and say it.
I know you. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you will.
it's way to train.
I know you will. But I just think it's. I just think it's really funny how he calls you out on it like every time.
Yeah. It's like, God forbid, like a fella's not accurate for like fucking, 50
Yeah.
sessions.
So like, I think it's like it's just Look, it's just fun
No,
doing like a
that's why
max, like a
like
max 2 rapper is like, or like a 1 rep max or whatever. Like it's just fun to hit every now and then.
the reason I hit it as well was because the push day never lines up at the dock, and
Yeah.
that Atlanta Smith is a little bit lighter, so I was like, fuck it,
Oh yeah,
if I don't
definitely
go for
is.
it today, like I'm never gonna go for it, and I'm starting my diet here. Obviously, you're not really meant to get weaker in a diet, but like everyone knows when you've got a little bit of chunk behind you, like stuff moves better. So I was like, fuck.
My leg and pull strength has like stayed like it's been pretty good, but when I lose weight, my pressing strength
I think
definitely
it's
goes
because
down.
you lose, like, see that bit of fat in your upper back, that gives you so much stability to press from. And I think when
Mate,
you lose that
that
bit
and
of fat,
then
like, you can't get as tight or something.
yeah, that and then even just like I feel like I like the fat between like on my arms, even like because I bench quite narrow. I swear, like I'm like folding in on myself, and I can always like press it off of my bicep when I'm like when I'm really chunky.
Yeah.
But
We can't do that because you have fucking actual wingspan.
I can because I've got tiny arms. I've got short arms. It's actually yeah, it makes me best at benching to be fair.
I
But
can't bench full stop.
yeah, this one's crippled. R.I.P.
You don't even
R.I.P. the
ego lift
fitness.
when you get injured, that's just shit.
Yeah.
You should be a testament to your name and kill yourself and see if you come back again. The Phoenix.
Oh no, it should hopefully be bringing like a bit of chest movement back in the next week. I said that
Yeah.
last week, I'm pretty sure, but still niggly.
Have
I
you attempted to do anything at all?
The Atlantis bar was sore.
Right. Okay. That's not good.
That's like
Like I
minus 5 kg. It floats.
yeah, it does. I remember like coming back from my bicep tear and like just like curling a 5 kg dumbbell and like being like terrified picking it up. Like it was actually like I was like nervous picking up a 5 kilo dumbbell. Not nice.
What's the next cue?
I just got favorite and worst exercises, but like that's not meh.
Let's go one each. Favorite, probably quick fire. The is it or going based off machine? I'd say my favorite exercise to do is either probably the prime hack.
Prime Hack's goated. I did that today. So
Least
nice.
favorite, probably like, I don't know, a glute kickback maybe. I've never done it, and I feel like I never will. So probably is my least favorite.
Bro.
The
Maybe some
one,
kind of squat variation. See if you ever see that in my plan. I'm like, fuck's sake.
Yeah, mine's going to be favorite is going to be just a Smith bench. I love Smith bench. It's just so nice. Like I actually, it hits my chest nicer than anything. To be honest, I love it. I love the stability of it, specifically on those Cybex Smiths in Arkham.
It's fun as
Like
well, like, isn't it?
I've never used a better Smith. If I use another Smith, every time I use another Smith other than those Cybex ones, I just go, this isn't as good. Um, and then worst.
Dumbbell chest fly.
You know what? Actually, like a dumbbell front raise. Like when I see people doing dumbbell front raises, I'm just like, what a pointless exercise. Like
They actually really hurt my shoulders as well. I'm joking.
it's just like me. You're doing like you're training like it's not necessarily if your front delt was a weak point, fair enough, hit them. But like the amount of guys you see doing them and have zero rear delts and they don't do any rear delt training at all, or like their back training's really shit or whatever it is. It's like, mate, like you're prioritizing the wrong stuff. Like you're hitting the front delt constantly when you're pressing.
Yeah.
What about you,
I
Felix?
would say my favorite exercise would be the Rogers hip press.
Did that today as well. It was brutal.
So
No, you don't like it?
That's an awful take.
What? Nah,
That's
Phoenix,
an
I'm with you. I'm with you, Phoenix.
I mean, like
Rogers.
any quad pressing movement, any quad bias pressing movement, say that the Atlantis leg press or the Arsenal pendulum squat, I can feel the pressure on the joints. But
Right.
on the Rogers hip press,
Yeah,
everything is
it's
quads.
pure. It
Pure
is. It's
quads.
all quad. There's
It's the
zero.
only
There's zero
machine.
need.
Jim Lecco hip press is so much better.
I disagree.
I
hate
disagree as well.
The handle position on the Jim Lecco chest press or the Jim Lecco hip press and the seat is like just dead upright. Whereas when you
Yeah,
use the Roger's slightly tilted forward.
it keeps you
It's
in.
slightly tilted forward, so it keeps you in the seat more.
Oh, it's so fucking uncomfortable.
Now the Jim Lecco's great if you have a seatbelt. If you have a seatbelt to keep you in that seat, it's unreal. But where the handles is on, like where they are on that machine, it's so dumb. They're in front of you instead of below you.
I fucking hate that Rogers.
That's crazy to say that. The Rogers is
And like
unreal.
that's not even like people agree with me on that.
Nah, I did it today. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I'd say that's my favorite. By the way, this is opinions based. Or shut up. Worst. I'd say like a face pull for your rear delts. Like just do a rear delt fly. Face pull, you
Yeah,
see, it's so wrong. Like so many people engage their rhomboids and like mid traps. If you're doing a face pull, you are pulling away, but you see like people rowing this rope into their face. Like it's never
I
ever done right. Just do a rear delt fly.
I used to do it all the time.
You know what? I don't know why this just popped in my head, but just because I seen someone doing a baseball on the cable earlier in the gym, you know what actually grinds my gears? See when people use like something like a Bravo that has a built-in back pad, right? And
And they
choose.
bring a bench over.
No, they don't bring a bench. They're doing like say behind the body bicep curls and they'll just lean forward, or
Yeah.
they're doing like flies and they'll just lean forward. And I'm like, there's a fucking built-in back pad that could just make you stable, but you're
Yeah.
choosing to rock back and forward.
Yeah,
Actually,
the back
to add
pad's
to
good.
that, to add to that, I've been doing single arm lateral raises on the Cybex
Mhm.
Bravo cable machine with the back pad in the dock, and I've been using that to support me because I would usually use my opposite hand for the longest time, using the injured side to hold myself, to stabilize myself, was pulling on the peg at the start. I would literally lean my hip into it and then do the single arm raise from the opposite side, almost like you would set up a Y raise, but you're standing, and it
Yeah.
feels unbelievable. So I've actually just kept that in now. I've implemented the left shoulder a bit, still relatively light, but it just helps stabilize me a lot more.
Sick.
Nice guy.
Next. What's the next cue?
Yeah, that's me done.
I didn't get some for the podcast, but I actually got a few on the question box the other day that I didn't answer. And one of them was a pretty easy one, in my opinion. Would you rather have a maid or a personal chef?
Oh, like
Personal
personal chef.
chef.
Yeah. Like personal chef, he's like just dishing out all like you just tell them what your like macros need to be essentially, and then just
You're a
make the
chef,
meals.
they're going to be way better cooking than you, and two, every single meal already prepared.
Yeah.
That would save you so much time. That's like the worst bit about bodybuilding.
I already have one, so life's good.
I was gonna say me too.
Charlie makes like all my meals. There's like a couple of meals Charlie doesn't make because I'm too picky and I want to do it myself. But like other than that, like Charlie makes all my meals.
And
It's
then
so nice.
next one was how many white monsters would it take to kill you?
Probably a lot.
I would counter that. Well, I'd say it'd probably be about. I think you could firm at least 10 and be sweet. I think once you go into that, like,
20, 25 range.
I think once you hit about maybe 13,
Oh yeah.
you're getting tight because 10's already 1.5 grams of caffeine. So, like, that could kill some people. But I think most
Yeah.
people, if you spread that throughout the day, they'd be able to live. I think if you went over that, you'd be fucked.
Yeah,
But the real
I'd say
question is,
15.
how many white monsters does it take to live? Because so many people are alive, but they're not living. I think it's
That's
two,
true.
two a day at least.
I was gonna say I need at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I've already had one today, and then I brought in Home Bargains. They do a 9 pack for £8, and it's the multi pack. So it's 3 white, 3 rosé, and 3 strawberry. So it works out like 82p per tin, which is better than anywhere. And
That
I
is.
brought a white and a strawberry with me to work. I only had one, to be fair, and now it's 7, half 7, 25 to 8, and I have to pass on the second one for today.
Yeah, I had two today. Kept it light.
Yeah. I had 2. I have 2. I usually have like 3 on a weekday. Like I need them to get through work at the minute. During like it's just because of prep. Like during like the bulk and stuff, I would have like maybe like 2 a week. But like at the minute, it's hectic.
Yep.
Fair enough. I think
Yep.
Your next Q, Phoenix.
uh, constructing the best back day, like pull day. You know, if we exclude the biceps part, the best back day is one of the questions.
For me personally, I like to start with a pullover always. It just opens the back up. I think that's like a solid staple everyone should kind of do.
Yeah.
And then for me, then I would go into like another just like a lat pull down variation because that's my weak point. So like I think it's person dependent a bit, like on like where you weak. Um, should then bias like what you're gonna hit first, kind of on that day.
Yeah.
But so like a pull down, some form of like upper back row, and then maybe another like form of like a lat bias row or something just to target the lat from a different angle. I'd be like pretty
Funny.
happy with.
I would say there's
And then
probably
maybe a hinge if you have a
Yeah, that's right. I
posterior.
think it needs to
Yeah,
be a hinge in there.
there,
I'd
I
go.
there's
hinge on my leg day though, but yeah,
there's four probably. There's only really four planes of movement you have to work in for a pull day. One being a hinging
yeah,
movement, one being sagittal, frontal, and then you have your sort of. Well,
Yeah.
that's about it because your low row would kind of be that plane of motion anyway. So I would say as long as you hit a pull down, a heavy row, a low row, and a hinging movement, that's 4 total exercises. Your fifth exercise should be thrown into that movement pattern of the weaker part. So say you've got a weak
yeah,
lower lat, do 2 forms of low rows, like 2
yeah,
exercises, and
yeah.
then one main exercise for the other ranges of motion. So I'd say like a lat pullover would be great to open up to start, and then start with one of your heavier compounds like a bent over row, and then probably from that there go into your single arm lat pull down, or your just normal lat pull down, and then your low bias row, and then your hinge or hinge first, heavy row second, something like
I
that.
would go single arm pull down, stiff leg deadlift, like a Cybex Eagle, single arm row, the prime upper back row, and then a wide grip pull down. That would be my perfect pull session.
Oh,
I feel like it's more total sets over the course of the week rather than just one specific day. Because
well,
say you
this is
have
it.
two
You're
full
gonna have
sessions a
two
week or the
block
other
days.
session. Yeah. So you can hit it.
You can have
You can hit it both ways. One more width day, more thickness day. So you could go like, oh, I'll have 6 sets of lats focused movement today, and like 4 total sets or 5 total sets of mid back traps.
yeah. If your back's like pretty balanced, then yeah.
And then just flip it around on your second day, like an A and a B type split. Yeah. I had one more question, but it slipped me. AJ, you don't remember it, do you?
Was it something about being bigger than somebody else or something? Oh no, that was the second question. Or the... Fuck,
I can
can't
check,
remember.
but my camera will turn off.
I can't remember what it was. I wouldn't stress me anyways.
No,
Yes. I remember now. How are you finding growth hormone so far?
Oh,
What are your guys' verdicts on growth? Is it important?
Are-
Do you feel the difference, or
are you on growth? Did you start growth?
I think we've touched on this in like the past 5 podcasts.
Did AJ?
No? My
Yeah,
face?
I didn't think so. Sorry, you're talking to me then, because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, then, how are you finding it so far?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because a couple of things were implemented at the same time. So it's like,
Doing 3 years when I implement the growth.
but I did run out of it, and then when I ran out of it, my water weight dropped something shocking. I was like 3 kilo like straight away, and I looked way leaner.
I think you can tell like by how full slash it gives you this way rounder look. Like you can see if I'm talking to someone, I can nearly tell if they're on growth or not, just kind of by their like how full they are.
In like, I'm very, very deep into a TRT phase, but still taking growth due to the injury. Probably still would have kept it in regardless, but I do still have that round look, not to the extent as if you were on, but it's still there. I don't look as flat as I would if I wasn't.
Yeah. It's just another pathway for growth.
Yeah.
So I mean, you may as well use it. Like if you have the money there to do it, may as well.
It is the most expensive thing you can do. Like it is stupid.
Yeah, before you go on to like fucking Increlex and shit.
Yeah.
Check drops.
More mainstream and popular. But it's definitely doing something. It's not doing nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like me and Mia were sitting on the sofa last night, and I was so warm. I was only wearing shorts, and she like for some reason looked at my feet. I must have lifted them up or something. She was like, "Your toes always that big?" And I was like, and I looked at my own toes, and I was like, "Nah, they're bigger." Like my toes look swollen, but they're not swollen. They're just bigger. And now like.
Yeah.
I've had a pair of slides that I wear all the time, and now my feet are struggling to fit into them. So it's working.
That's one thing I think I would struggle with if I start taking growth. My feet already feel too wide for normal shoes. Is weird as that sound? Like I'm a size 10. Like my toe is like right at the top of my shoe, but like the side of my foot is like busting out of the shoe. Like I need like an 11 width on like a 10 length.
Yeah.
So if my feet start to get even chunkier, I just have to turn into like JP or something and just wear sandals. Like I can have the toes out all the time or something.
Yeah. No, I only ever wear like Birkenstocks or slides now because since I started growth, my feet are so sweaty, and if they are not catching some breeze of air,
cheesy toes.
Cheesy toes.
Prove it. I think you need to prove it to us right now.
Get away on the live pod.
Wait a sec. Let me get my hands on the screenshot buttons here. Okay, go ahead.
It'll be in the group chat.
Group chat feed pics. $500.
Hell yeah.
Oh, who's watched the new Spider-Man?
I don't really want to talk about that. I don't want to ruin it for people.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, okay, you haven't seen it yet. There you
Oh, we were meant to see it that day, but then
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
is what it is. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's like the best Marvel film in a long time.
Yeah, so that's more of a film in a while. That's
it
what I would
seems
say.
to be rivaling Doomsday in revenue as well, like the trailer revenue and stuff.
Oh,
What is Doomsday?
Obviously, Doomsday's not released.
Doomsday's gonna be wank.
You think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be so thrown together. There's too much going on. There's way too much going on.
Is it
It's like Endgame. Like Endgame had too much going on. That's why it's not as good as Infinity War.
I thought that whole arc finished like perfectly.
Yeah, Endgame would have been the perfect place to leave it. And like Doomsday's literally like, apparently you have to watch like all the TV shows and all. You have to watch like everything to know what's going on.
All the Fantastic Fours, the Loki series, and then
Yeah.
like all.
It's not even. It's not even. You need to watch all of the MCU. You literally need to have watched everything.
Yeah.
You'll have watched. You need to like watch like all the X-Men films, like all the Sony projects and stuff that are related to Marvel. Like you need to watch everything. It's not even just like all the MCU Disney stuff. It's crazy.
You told me it's not worth watching the post-scene credits.
No,
I seen something whenever I was scrolling, and it was like spoiler. And I was like, I'll watch it. Do you mind if I say?
I don't care. I mean, like you're saying it.
Is it like a GPS thing, like tracking Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's like.
Is that what that is? Right.
That's
Okay.
what it
It
is.
actually is really important.
Yeah,
It
but
is really important.
I wouldn't wait the amount of time I waited in the cinema to see that.
Yeah. I've already seen them, so like I'm not gonna wait to actually watch it this time. But
Yeah.
it actually is very important.
It sure is.
They're bringing symbiote Spider-Man into the universe.
We'll see.
Yes.
We wrap up the episode here because I have to go.
You have to go. AJ has to leave now.
So
Yeah, I have another meal I need to get in soon, and then it's bedtime.
oh yeah.
I have a meal, and then I have to open the door for Mia. She's locked outside the apartment. She went for a walk up the bar keys.
Damn.
Is she just waiting down there now?
She's been there since we were half an hour in. Yeah.
Bruh.
No, I'm joking. She messaged me just now.
I was gonna say, like, who's gonna be single soon?
Thank you for listening to episode number 9 of the Meat and Potatoes podcast. Obviously, we have a guest lined up for next week, so that should be a good episode. To make sure you get
special episode 10.
Yeah, the 10th episode.
Real.
Yeah. If you're interested in coaching or any of our services, check us out on Instagram.
That was weird. Yeah.
So I'm dying for a piss. So I'm trying to like go really
Okay. Coach
Phoenix
Tom
James
on
on
Instagram. Phoenix James.
PJ trying to take out Synthara by her peptides.
Hell yeah.
Right.